Hello, I'm Trent, and welcome to Cosplay Hip Hop. Whoa! As you can see, I got my cosplay on. I got my basketball cosplay on. Um, I can get into this character a little bit later, but this is my cosplay, sports anime. But before we get into anything, I invite you guys to take a few breaths, or just 5 minute breaths with me. So you can close your eyes, or you can keep them open. You can sit, you can stand. Um, I'm sitting. So, if you want to take a few breaths with me for 5 minutes, actually, wait, I'm gonna set that up real fast. Okay, let's start. Just inviting you to be mindful of your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. You can follow a pattern if you can pick one up of breathing. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Maybe engage with the belly. Inhaling, engaging with the belly. Exhaling, engaging with the belly. And if you have your eyes closed, you can slowly open them, coming back to the self. All right. Thank you for joining me with breaths. Hopefully that felt good for you guys. So I'm basically gonna fill you guys in for what we're gonna be doing. Pretty much what we're gonna be doing here. So I'm gonna play some music in the background after there. So basically wearing cosplay and just learning how to dance or picking up on dances or just really having fun to dance. Fix that. So if you like anime like me, I watch all types of anime. You can wear a cosplay. You can make your own cosplay. You don't have to make your own cosplay. What I mean by make is like just take clothing like pants and shirts, and if an anime character that you like, wears blue jeans and a red T-shirt, boom, cosplay. So it doesn't have to be something legit like this, or you don't have to order anything. So if you don't have any anime cosplay, totally fine. You don't have to dress up. But if you do have a favorite anime character, let me know. I'm interested. I don't really have a particular one favorite character. I like multiple characters and multiple animes and genres and stuff. So I'm not really like based around one type of anime. Yeah, I don't have a one favorite. I have many favorites, and I categorize my favorites, so it's kind of strange. But yeah, we basically just dressing up is like one of the funnest parts to do. Not even like it doesn't even have to be anime. You could dressing up when you want to go out somewhere. It's fun. It brings a smile to your face. So just dressing up, doing something that you like, will also bring some smile to your face. So that's basically the first half of this. The other half is learning dances. So if you have any experience with dancing, TikTok can count because you are technically dancing on there. So TikTok dances, break dancing, ballet, street dancing, crumping, any type of dancing you got, anything works. I'm not saying I'm going to be teaching all of these things, but anything you guys have in your background, any type of dance movements that I mentioned or anything that I didn't mention, if you have any dance in your background, it's totally fine to use it in this space that we're going to be doing here. So cosplay mixed with dancing, it's just one good time. So if you have a favorite anime that has something to do with dancing, please let me know. I don't know too many. There's like a few animes that I've seen that was cool that had some dance moves in it, but wasn't really legit. It was more like something actiony or whatever, just had break dance or like cool dance moves in it. Or somehow, in it some way. I am a break dancer, so I break dance. That's my main. Like I main in break dancing. So I also do other types of dancing. Like I do some Afro Latin beats sometimes. I do bachata sometimes, not all the time, but like Latinx dancing, I do some of that. What else? I do a lot of like improv movement, a lot of interpretive movement, a lot of interpretive dance as well. So a lot of outside of the box things, pushing out of one's comfort zone. So one cool thing too, I'll show you guys like a cool freeze, like a cool break freeze or something. So okay, so I can do a little bit more. I just need to warm up and stretch, but that's a little bit of something that I can do. Break, like I said, it's my main. So we're not only going to be doing break, we're going to be doing other pieces of dance that I mentioned, but break is my main. So I'll be kind of like, introducing some cool moves here and there, and also shed some history about the background of each, dancing we'd be doing, especially for breaking, because that has a lot of history behind it. So I'll be like giving you guys little like tips and stuff and where this came from or how this came to movements. So if you're familiar with anything that I said, and this seems like something you want to do and you're comfortable with, feel free to keep coming back because this is what we want to do. We want to have a good time. We want to get down and just find a place where we would belong. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Any questions? Like someone's gonna raise their hand virtually. Hold on. Let me get some water. Okay. So, if you already got the proper clothes on, if you have like shorts or sweatpants on, we're gonna start stretching. So a little warm up stretch. So if you haven't stretched yet, perfect time to start stretching now. If you have clothes that's like you want to change into to feel more comfortable to stretching, you could do so at this time. Or if you feel comfortable with what you have on now to stretching, go for it. But we're gonna be stretching our legs and stuff out. So get comfy. So it's important to always stretch before you do anything. I know it kind of sounds cliche-ish, but it is actually true because you can actually pull something and not even be aware of it and walk around with like a rip or a tear in your leg and your muscles and you keep going and you realize you like hurt your leg one bad time and you're like, holy crap, like I didn't know I was doing all this to my leg, and you get to the doctors tell you wrecked your whole leg or something. So really be careful about how you move, and it's always good to stretch out before anything, because it's not fun to dance being stiff. So definitely stretch out your lower half, especially in dancing, because dancing requires a lot of hip movement, footwork and stuff. So, and your legs, obviously. So you want to stretch out your legs, as much as you can. You don't have to like stretch, every second of every part of the day, but you can stretch in the beginning of the day. You can stretch midday. You can stretch it, at night too. There's nothing wrong with stretching throughout the day, but if you overstretch, you can also lose something. So you don't want to like stretch to the point where you're like, and like you rip like a ligament or something, so or tear a ligament. So definitely watch out for overstretching. So rest is a part of the progress of this too. So stretching, getting a good night's sleep, resting. So all this intertwines together, and healthy eating. But I'm not gonna tell you guys what to eat. But always stay hydrated. So keep water nearby. I don't recommend soda, juice. Definitely water. But or Gatorade, the 0 calorie ones, they have electrolytes. So feet together. Also, another thing that stretched out dancing too is the neck and the wrist. Stretch everything, to be honest. But there's like there's places in your body you might want to like focus more on to stretch, especially if you want to go deeper in your stretch, or if like you are sore there, you injured something before, and you got to be gentle with things. So you definitely want to focus on certain parts of your body that if you need to focus on, if you feel like in your gut, like I need to do this stretch, or I need to like do this for myself, definitely, do what you got to do. If there's something that's like out of your comfort zone that you can't do, you don't even have to like try. We can try to something else. We can do something else. So feel free to like let me in if you guys have any input about movements you want to do or whatever, or things you want to change up. Excuse me. Also, if you guys are down for yoga, yoga's a good way to like really stretch out. Doing some yoga and then move into some music afterwards. That's you feel pretty nice after it, to be honest. So yoga is another good stretch form, a good practice to do. Asana practice. But like I was saying about the wrist and the head, though, if you're gonna be breaking, breakdancing, you're gonna be half the time on the floor. So you want to stretch out your wrist as much as possible. So you don't want to like wreck your wrist or anything like that, So stretch out as much as you can, especially if you're interested in breakdancing. Just said if you add some heat to the form, it eases up tension. So this actually feels nice if you do that. But yeah, for sure, stretch out the wrists, the arms, the head too. I've seen a lot of people just dance without warming up and regret it. So it's not like I'm trying to like be like stern or strict. It's just making sure we're comfortable in our practices. So Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna play some music. You can keep rolling your shoulders back. We're just gonna do arm circles going backwards. So just keep doing arm circles going backwards. And then we're gonna tuck in and rotate the elbows back. Now open up the arms wide, cross over, right over left, bring the left arm, bring the right arm in close. Also, if anyone knows, cool anime hip hop beats that like it's cool to like dance to, get down to, feel free to let me know, leave some comments about where I can find that. Like you can send the link in the comments or whatever. Also, let me actually mention about the music choices as well. So I'm going to be playing different types of music throughout this time, throughout the time of us being together. Mostly anime music, obviously, but I'm also going to throw some, different types of music on, like, might throw some Latin, who knows. So that's just something to look forward to. Definitely might change it up with music, like, all the time. So we have things to always, like, look forward to and new things to experiment with. It's definitely going to be a fun time. So we're coming onto all fours. We'll rise up the right arm. We're going to dive it under the left arm and gently place the shoulder into the floor, keeping the hips where they are. Right side twist. You don't have to reach all the way under the arm. You can just lay your shoulder down here and just engage in this side twist. Being mindful of the breath, you want to breathe through our stretch. Sometimes we always make the mistake of holding the breath. We should just let it flow. In with the nose, out with the mouth. And coming back up to all fours. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So rising up the left arm. We're going to dive it under the right. Drop the shoulder to the floor. Keep the hips where they are. We're going to stretch. Breathing into this twist here. Whoa. All right. It was cool. Okay. So let's make our way back to our sits bones. So we're going to stretch one leg out long. Tucking this one. I know we kind of did this stretch, but it's slightly different. We're going to take our right palm, grab the left knee, and place the left arm. You can place the left arm up, straight up in the sky, and reach it over. Or you can just try to reach over. Whichever works for you. If you want to start here, and then lean over, or you want to just start going over. Whichever works for you, or feels comfortable for you. Also, let's try to keep this right ankle flexed. Breathing through your stretch. You can release. We're going to switch sides. Tucking in the right. grabbing the right knee with the left palm, stretching the right arm up into the sky, flexing the left ankle. Like I said, for the other side, you can stretch the right arm up and reach over, or you can just reach over, whichever feels good or comfortable for you. And you can release. So sitting up nice and tall, we're just going to rotate the head all the way around, engaging with all the muscles in our neck. Whew. Taking your time. And when you're ready, you can rotate towards the other direction. And you can release, bringing the head back to the center. All right. Let's give the wrists a little shake. Let's give the legs a little shake. Give the shoulders a little jump, a little shake. All right. So now that we have a little bit of, warmth going from the stretching, I'm gonna I know you, I keep talking. I'm gonna be done after this, I swear, so we can start moving a little bit. But stay hydrated, have some water by your side because we are gonna be moving. The first thing we're gonna do is top rocks. So if you don't know what top rock is, I will show you exactly what it is right now. Basic top rock. It is a breakdance move. It's like your top. It's like your intro for your set, for your whole move, your whole storyline that you're gonna do with your body, your whole movement, book pattern. Yeah, it's a breakdance move. Some people might know what top rocks are. Some people might not know what top rocks are. So, spread some light real fast. I'll show you guys what a top rock is. So, basic top rock, you always see breakdancers, they do one of these things. You see them do one of these hop bounce thingies, stepping over their feet and stuff. That's a top rock. So you see breakdancers do that, all the time before they're, before they start going all crazy on the floor or do their set. So you see people exaggerate this step a lot. You see people do it like on a bigger scale. So, they mix it up. You see them do like one of these things. They do like, they're going all the way far. Or you see people like do one of these. Like, or like the advanced versions of it. So, but the basic version is just a step over. This is the main one everyone knows, the basic one that everyone knows, the one you start with. Boom. So that's top rock. So that's what we're going to be learning first, just to have fun, a little bit of a warm-up move, you can say. You can add that to your vocabulary, and you can use it for basically anything. And like any other top rock, you can take it, mix it up, and do anything you want with it. So the second thing is a fundamental move. So I'm going to show you guys a fundamental move. And the third thing is a challenge move. So top rock, fundamental move, and challenge move. Top rock. We're going to go over that first. So if you're familiar with, like I just said, top rock, you're stepping out, coming back. So when you want to step out, you want to open up your hands. Like if someone just cut you in line, you know what I'm saying, at McDonald's, or someone knocked the tray out your hand, you're like what? Dude, really? Like, come on. Anyway, just a little fun example. Boom. Boom. Dude, what? Really? Come on. That's how it looks forward. So turn around. This is how it looks from behind. So one of the key things that people get confused with this move is that they always step with their whole foot and place it down. There's nothing wrong with that, but the difference is, like, people always ask me when I do this move, why does it look different from what I do? I'm like, why is it different? That's why it looks slightly different, but like, I understand what they mean, but why does it look different? When I top rock, I normally stay on the balls of my feet or the tops of my feet. I don't try to like use my whole foot when I step, which makes it easier for me to pull it back and keep going really faster, or pick it up or change up my top rock, versus me stepping out all the way and taking my time or whatever. So it's like, that's why people get confused there. So if you want to be able to pull it back much quicker, you want to step with your toes. So this part of your foot you want to step with. Like if you're walking around on your tippy toes. That's basically, you want to stay on your toes all the time when you're braiding at the time. So step on your toes, open up the arms, slight micro bend in both knees, to be honest. You can stand straight if you want, but I mean, that's if you want to mix up on your own and do something different with it. But I advise you guys to keep a slight micro bend, so you have to pull any ligaments. Boom, 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 boom. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Cool. So that's top rock. So if you guys, feel that energy from it, or feel like that's a cool move you want to pick up on, I advise you guys to, practice it on your free time, anytime you have free, and assignment time. But if you feel like it's something that you can add to your vocabulary and something you can add to your everyday dance movements, if you like this movement, you can just throw it in for anything. That's a top rock. So we're gonna move into the fundamental move now. So what I mean by the fundamental move is it's a fun move that it's possibly easy to be picked up by anybody. The challenging move might not be able to be picked up as fast. That's why it's a challenging move, which is fun because the point is to develop to get to that point, So it's basically in a way like, you'll see. So fundamental move. Easy fundamental move that you can, that's a break move that can be easily grasped. It's always like floor or footwork stuff. So fundamental move I'm going to show you guys, and something I would normally show any of my students when I teach a break. Excuse me. So I'm going to teach you guys a CC. A CC looks like this. One leg extended, one leg bent. Oh. So what I'm doing is I'm sitting and I want to lift my hips. And I'm not really putting too much weight into my right arm. This is how I look sideways. So I'm sitting. I want to lift my hips up off the ground, and I want to turn towards the side that my leg is down. So if I'm on this side, I would do that. I want to turn towards the side where my leg isn't facing up. So my dominant side is my right side. I write with my right hand. So I'm going to be going towards my right. So right arm, right leg, left leg. Left leg bent. Right leg long, right arm behind me to support me lifting up and to support the lift of the hips. When I turn this way, I'm gonna use my left hand, planting it down so I can turn my hips fully and lift this left leg off the ground. Then I want to turn my hips back down and place this foot back into the ground. That's a CC on one side. So, real time, the move will look like this. Probably even faster if I wanted to, right? Slow down time, the move looks like this. Boom. Boom. So that's a CC. And this is the fundamental move. It's really fun once you get it and once you understand it. Just like anything else, when you pick it up, it's like, oh wow, so super cool. I want to keep doing it. I want to learn more. So for some, it might seem challenging. For others, it's the easiest move in the book. So if not one of the most easiest moves that you don't really even need, that it's also cool to come back to or pick up or to grab if necessary. If you're anytime you're in a stance that's like here, it's easy to like get to. It's like, oh, if I'm here, I can just easily bang on CC. Wow. Or like if you're sitting on your, your sit bone, you can easily get up to a CC. Boom. You can CC on from your back. Boom. So you can just mix up this move a whole time. Yeah. CC is really fun to learn. It's a dope move and it's accessible to everyone. That's the fun move. So we have top rock, we have CCs. So top rock, open, close, 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 close. I'm sitting, CC, and I want to switch, CC. So the switch of the CC is like the part that people mostly have trouble with. It's the swap out. It's some people don't feel like they have enough time to swap out, especially when like there's like a high upbeat song on. You want to be able to hit that. You want to hit those beats. You want to hit the break beats. So some people find it when they first learn it hard to hit the beats because it doesn't feel as fast. It couldn't go as fast. And they figure out why. So the move itself is like you're jumping in a way. You're like kind of like jumping back and forth, like to each side, without really jumping. It feels like you're jumping, but you're moving at a constant rate that it's like you're jumping. So you're moving at a consistent rate where it doesn't feel like a pause is in there. It's just like so it's like a flow. It's flowing. So if I do a CC in real time, it'll look like this. So that pause gives enough time, that slight little pause, this here, gives a slight time for me to switch over and do something else out of it. But that little pause is what freaks people out because once they get it at this rate, it's like, oh, what? It feels weird because that comeback part. And also, that also has something to do with the hips. So if your hips are up in the air, it makes the CC. If you try to keep your hips in like one center, it makes this move more. It makes this move less complicated from the side, so you can see the hips in the air. Now, if you keep your hips here, if you keep your hips here, boom. Just bring your legs towards the hips, swap out the side, you know what I'm saying? So, now your hips are still where they are. They're just slightly lower because you switched legs. Boom. So get this down near the floor, if this helps. Because once you get it like this, and you want to speed it up, it's like your hips are already off the ground, but if they're not, they're automatically going to get swung off the ground because once you pick up the speed, the pressure in your hands, the push down that you're doing to keep your hips off the ground, since you're going at a faster pace, it's not going to feel as slow and low to the ground because if you have adrenaline and you're going at a fast pace, it'll be more like your body will just naturally swing up. Your hips will just naturally swing up if you just add some speed to it. Once you have the structure down at a slow pace and it feels comfortable for your body, your hips will just naturally swing up when you do it fast. It's because you've been just practicing and honing your skills and keeping the hips where they need to be. So then once the move is like sped up, boom, you already have the move. It might seem complicated the way I'm explaining it, but once you start doing it in your body, you'll understand, and everything will start slowly making sense. I was exactly where you guys was at, confused, did not know. It didn't make sense, even though how many times people can explain it to me. It never made sense. I just had to keep practicing it until it made sense for me. So you guys just practice it, and it'll make sense for you, and it just comes to light, and you're like, wow, I got it. I just need to keep practicing, and that's all it really is. So, with that being said, I'll show the top rock once more and the CC once more, and then we'll move on to the third challenge and move. You don't have to do the third challenge and move right away. It's just there as an option. For once you accomplish the CC, you can advance up to the challenge and move if you like. So top rock. Boom, 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 boom. Open, close, 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 open, close. Top rock. Oh, another thing for the basic top rock. I did it in the beginning as I was showing you guys. I added a little hop in my top rock when I first did it. So if you add a little hop, so all I'm really doing is like pushing my heels off the ground as I step. So I'm like bouncing on my toes as I take a step. So if you can manage to do this, like bounce and then step as you bounce, it helps with the top rock for when you actually want to extend your leg out to actually, for real, take it seriously at the top rock. But like, if you bounce and just do this for a bit, or like just tap, you know, you get the feeling of that bounce that I was doing in the beginning. So it helps get in the top rock, you know, zone or whatever, if that makes sense. If that feels comfortable, or for you guys, let me know. If not, you can just do it to the regular top rock without having the whole bouncing. And if you want to use your whole foot to step out, you can. If anything, still keep a micro bend if that's the case. But toes makes this move kind of bouncy, so you can just, you know, do rock with this. This is also an option, is what I'm saying. You have plenty of options to choose from. Nothing is really the wrong answer unless it's like a threat to your muscles. So, CCs. I'll show you guys CCs one more time. I'll also show you from this end. So, I'm here set up. My hips are slightly off the ground. I'm in like sort of like a reverse bridge pose. So, I'm gonna go slow. As you can see, my hips will still rise up from me going slow. Boom. Boom. Now I'm gonna speed it up. Another way to practice CCs, or to like have your hips above you when you hit CCs. A good drill to keep your hips above you is to like come down here in the squat like this, and probably just sit here, or like I guess try to move around a little bit and maneuver around, because when you bring your feet in from the CC, you're technically putting your feet right here, so you can keep your hips up and like switch your legs out back and forth and swing your hips around without, you know, you staying low to the ground and being tired or like injuring yourself or something. So the more you stay on top of your hips, you know, CCs would just make more sense, because if I'm on top of my hips, I can move my legs all around me and then come back on top of my hips, you know? So having control of your hips is, you know, it's definitely a game changer in any type of dance, to be honest. Anything, to be honest. So, challenging move. Now, this move, like I said, if once you get CCs down, stand above your hips is the main essential of this game, I guess. Stand on top of your hips, though. Yeah, that's definitely crucial for breaking. It's not like a dire need to have that, but it feels comfortable in your body. Everything will feel slightly different, and it will make more sense when you're on top of your hips. Like, as you progress up to that point, you guys will understand. But that's why we're here to practice. So the challenging move. So once you feel ready from the CC, you want to move to this challenging move. This is what it's going to look like. So still on top of your hips in this move here. You can either extend the left leg or the right leg. I will do my right leg because, like I said, I write with my right hand. So I can do it on both sides. I'll do it on both sides. So I'll do it on the right side first. So you want to extend your right leg. Still kind of stay on top of your hips. As you can see, I'm balancing on the top of my toes and the ball of my feet. I'm sitting on top of my hips and my leg is fully extended out towards my right side. Now, what I want to do is I want to try to swing my leg without touching it towards the front. I want to have the back of the flat part of my foot to face the screen or face you guys. So without touching it, I want to move it over. So boom, so it's there. So again, without touching my foot or my leg, I want to move it over. This left hand acts as a pilot, so it can like keep my when I shift my leg over, I won't topple over to the side because my left hand using it as a pilot or a pillar. So I can also move my leg over without this left hand, but this left hand is crucial because it helps you stay up. It's good to have here. So cool. Without it, it's kind of tough. So it's like it's more work. Yeah. So let me go back to that. So you're here. You want to bring your leg in front of you, and you want to bring it all the way around. So once you get it leg all the way around, with your left leg, you're gonna hop over this right leg, but you don't want to hop over this way. You want to hop over like if you're jumping over a ledge, going straight forward, or like if you're playing what's it called? I don't think I've ever played that game, helicopter, where someone has a jump rope and they swing it around, everyone has to jump over it. So basically, you want to swing your leg like that, but jump over your own leg. So I'm gonna show you. Swing it around, jump. That makes sense? Not actually, you guys are gonna answer me back. So you're jumping over your leg, but in a way trying to keep your hips forward. So as you bring this leg around, you jump. So your hands have a lot to do with it because your hands are being placed down after your leg swings. So after this leg swings over here, I use my right hand to place down to pillar to get ready to lift up my hips. And I use my left hand, which is over here on the outside of the leg, to lift my hips up as well, because this leg is going to come through and swing over. And I use the left leg to jump over that right leg, if that makes sense. So real time, the movement looks like this. That's the challenging move. So that move is called the coffee grind, helicopter. Yeah, those are the two names it's very known for: helicopter and coffee grinder. So I'll also do it on the left side, so you can see what it looks like. This move seems easy. It is easy, but it's not as easy as you think. But it is an easy move to get. Like you can get this move, but there's obviously going to be certain things you have to tweak a bit to make sure you get the move to fit exactly how the move looks. But once you get it in your body, you understand it's like, well, it's just a move to always have. It's accessible and it's like a great floor move to play with, and you can just really rack up the show, especially if you use both legs. So left side, swing it over, boop, boop, boop. So real time, it'll look like this. Sorry. Not really that good on my left side. Well, I'm okay, but I'm used to doing a move where I switch this leg over and then I switch this leg over kind of in the opposite side, so it's like a dual this whole move. Anyway, I'm gonna do it again to show you guys. that's the coffee grind on the left side. Boom. So we did top rocks, we did CCs, and we did coffee grinds. So these three main moves are, very known in the breaking world. They're very used a lot, especially top rocks. That's like the main, it's the peak move you use in the beginning of your set. So that's a cool thing to have in your arsenal. Plus the other two moves, coffee grind, tweaked a lot. It's definitely cooler when people take it and turn it into something greater than what it used to be. And the CC also, same thing. People take CC to the next level. So I'm interested to see what you guys are going to do with these movements and what type of level you're going to take them and form them into. So this is going to be pretty fun. So hopefully that was entertaining for you guys. It was intended for me, pretty warm. So the assignment for today, skill level. I want to see where everyone's at in terms of skill level. So send me a video of you dancing, any form of dance that you want to use. It doesn't matter. You can dance to any song of your choice. It's okay. It doesn't matter what song it is, any song. You could dance to anything with it. Any dancing you have in your past, and you want to throw it in now, perfect, throw it in. If not, you want to show something new, you want to do something different, that's totally fine too. I just want to see where everyone's at in terms of style and skill. So I just want to see what you guys got, And if it's your first time like dancing too, like if you never danced before, it's your first time you want to learn. So basically what I was just showing you guys, if you want to take those movements and fuse them together, or like take some of those movements and practice it, to like to a point where you're comfortable in, this practice, you can literally just send a video of you doing the top rock practice or the CC practice, or you like even attempting it, like with music in the background, like you practicing and your progression doing it. That's totally cool too. Like you starting it and like sending the video, that's totally fine too. But that's if you never danced before, and since you learn it for your first time. Like I said, TikTok dances kind of count too, because it is still kind of dancing. But like if you're gonna do TikTok dances, I want to see you go like, dance, not just like, arms waving. Like anyone can do that. Anyone can do like a Soldier Boy dance, you know what I'm saying? But I want to see like, you go all out, and, with your dancing. I want to see. So yeah, that's basically what I want to see from you guys. Also, a little bit more like before this outro, before we end, I'm just explain a little bit more about myself before we leave. So yeah, my name is Trent Lee. Like I said, I'm a break dancer. I've been breaking for a while now. I started back in 2012. Then I started getting into a whole bunch of other cool dances and stuff. Different, movements, and I was already doing parkour at the time. So it was that thrown in there. So I already had kind of like agility, but not where I had control over it yet. It was like the movements and stuff were kind of there, but I still had a long way to go. Took me a while to get to build my skills and progress, but it was worth it. I teach at two different schools. I teach at TAPA, if you guys know what that school is, Trinity Academy for Performing Arts. I teach at Blackstone Academy. Both I teach break at Blackstone more. I teach break at TAPA, but I teach other things at TAPA too besides just break. I teach, sometimes some contemporary break, regular contemporary, some improvisation movement. Or we have clubs at the school that we was doing for a while for in the morning for the lower school kids. We did that for a while. We did clubs for them. Yeah, so I also do a lot of hands-on work. So I've been around from here too. I've been around the Rhode Island a lot. So yeah, just an aspiring artist following their dreams. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's session. Again, assignment: send me a video of you dancing. Any form of dancing of your choice, any music of your choice. Going all out, doing what you normally do. TikTok dances work, like I said. So, but if you're gonna use TikTok dances, you have to go all out. You have to like go crazy. I don't want to just see these things. Anyone can do the take my horse to the Old Town Road dance, and like that's cool. I want you guys to go all out. And for the people who are new here who haven't danced before, like I said, if it's your first time, anything we was working on here, like Top Rocks and the CCs, you can practice that and send a video of you practicing that with some music in the back. So that can also be good too. Stay hydrated, stretch. I'm also part of the Good Goddess Collective. So we also do yoga on this YouTube page. So if you guys, want to get down with some yoga and learn how to do some yoga, tune in. There's already some videos up if you want to go look at those. We do classes weekly. So just be into that. It's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Fridays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I believe. But yeah, so if you want to get down for some yoga and some asana practices, stretch, and some restorative yoga, tune in to us, to the Good Goddesses. And yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.